I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. There's another Patreon review for Johnny, who pledged a very generous amount to my Patreon, thus getting a couple reviews for anyone who's ever interested in joining my Patreon, or just sending me a request via PayPal, whether it be a movie review or a video topic, anything. The links are down below. But one of the films Johnny wanted me to review was Tarzan. Now, Tarzan, I had never seen the Disney version of Tarzan. And to be honest, I haven't really seen a lot of versions of Tarzan. I don't think I've seen the Christopher Lambert version, Greystoke. I did not see the one with Casper Van Dien. I didn't see the one that came out a few years ago, Legend of Tarzan. I don't know, I just, for some reason, just haven't seen a lot of Tarzan material. Of course, I know who he is and the character. Sad to say, I probably saw George of the Jungle more than the actual Tarzan stuff. But with that said, this was a really good movie. I've been kind of surprised by these Disney films. I mean, Pocahontas did not care for at all, which I reviewed, and the sequel was even worse. But Mulan surprised me. Hunchback of Notre Dame surprised me. And this one, it's up there as one of the top ones because, like the other Disney films I've seen recently, it's a very short film. It's only an hour and 20-some minutes. It goes by a brisk pace. The songs are catchy. Here, supplies by Phil Collins, like "You'll Be in My Heart," and then also the pretty much the Tarzan theme. I thought the Phil Collins songs were really good. I thought the music itself was really good. The story was straightforward. The voice cast was solid. You got Tony Goldwyn as the voice of Tarzan. Interesting choice. Tony Goldwyn, I remember from the Patrick Swayze film Ghost, which I reviewed on here. Again, interesting choice. Brendan Fraser had tried out for that voice and he didn't get it. And then I'm not sure if, I think George of the Jungle was before this, so like probably Disney felt probably be in pre-production for quite a bit. But Tony Goldwyn did a good job. Lance Henriksen and Glenn Close play the gorillas that kind of raised Tarzan. Lance Henriksen's character is unsure about this, but Glenn Close, whose gorilla character had lost a kid, she accepts this new one fairly easily and becomes a good mother for him when he's a little boy. I believe it's Minnie Driver, who I remember from Good Will Hunting. She plays Jane. The villain is played by Brian Blessed, and for those who don't know, that's the guy from Flash Gordon, who's like, "Gordon's alive!" And apparently he's also the guy that did the Tarzan yell in this. The which I thought was an interesting bit of trivia. But Brian Blessed, okay, that's cool. I just reviewed Flash Gordon not that long ago from 1980, so it's cool to see another film here voicing what becomes the main villain. Wayne Knight and Rosie O'Donnell being a younger gorilla, Wayne Knight being an elephant that gets steered easily. They are friends of Tarzan. And like I said, the voice work did their jobs well. One of the top-notch things about this flick is the animation. The very fluid, beautiful, beautiful animation here. And when I see a film like this, where it's mix of styles, I go, man, they could make this today. Meaning, it doesn't always just have to be... I don't know how to put it. It seems like a lot of anime films, CG anime films, they look similar. But even of the Disney films of this, like The Lion King, it got a different feel and look to it compared to, say, Mulan, and then compared to this. Right, maybe based on the story, but like here, how it becomes fluid with the camera work. Like when Tarzan's sliding down the vines as if he was on a skateboard, but he's using his feet sliding, and the way the camera's turning in POV shots, or it'll go around as he's sliding off stuff, swinging through the trees, gliding over things, as if he's Fred Flintstone. I really appreciate the flowing camera work. And even the finale when Tarzan and the bad guy fight among the trees, the way the animation where there's this lightning that pops in and out, and the colors used, and just the whole lighting of it, very nicely done. Very nicely done. So it's just this combination of things. The voice work, the lighting, the music, the story has a bit of seriousness. The beginning of the film, I mean, you get some really tragic stuff. One that took me by surprise, because again, I had not seen this film before. At the beginning of the film, of course, you know the couple who has the baby, they're going to die somehow. And they do. But the mama gorilla, she hears her baby, and this asshole leopard just fucking grabs the baby just like that. And then it took me a second to go, what the hell happened? And I'm like, oh shit. Damn, that's what happened. This movie's not fucking around. I'm sure people see it today and go, well, Matt, that's tame, Matt. I don't know, to me, it was like, oh shit, wow. But I like that because the way it was done, and then the character Glenn Close plays, it makes it more sense in the story as to why quickly after she hears his crying, and then there's a baby, a human baby, but she doesn't know really what it is, but there's the same leopard that killed her baby, so she's protecting this baby. I did really nice fluid camera work. And some people downplay the Phil Collins music. Some people don't care for it. I do. I like Phil Collins as a singer, and I've liked his other songs, and I thought he did really solid work here. I thought it complemented the film well, both the Tarzan theme and the You'll Be in My Heart song. I like the way it does the montages. I thought it uses its animation and music well to tell the story throughout the montages, like the mother gorilla voiced by Glenn Close raising the baby, or later on where it shows the progression of Tarzan and Jane getting to know each other. I think even from a montage angle, even from showcasing that it's been some time, not just 1 or 2 days, that this has been quite a while, the love story worked a bit better compared to, say, Pocahontas, which seems like it all happened in 1 hour. That's one of the various things that didn't now work for me for Pocahontas. It seemed like everything happened just the same hour. And yeah, that can work. I mean, Aladdin, it works. But I mean, Aladdin, I just think is a much better written, better characters, better songs. I'm not a fan of Pocahontas. I did that review. But here, it's a combination of... I miss montages in movies. I know that's sort of a taboo thing because films like Team America World Police made fun of it. Which if you like that film, fine. I think Team America World Police is a piece of fucking shit. I think those guys who did South Park are overrated. I mean, I like South Park the movie, but I don't care for the TV show. I prefer Beavis and Butthead or other shows if I don't watch that. The early Simpsons, Robot Chicken, comes to humor and animation form. Baseball is okay, but I haven't seen it in forever. There's another film they did, and I don't even remember what the hell it was. But yeah, I like South Park the movie, but the show I didn't. I know that's strange, but hey, that's just my opinion. But anyway, the team member make you fun of montages, and it seems like ever since then people do that less and less. Unless it's purposely as a joke. Purposely for humor to make people laugh. And that was one of... I don't know if I want to say one of my all-time favorite things, but that was something I do enjoy in movies. Because I like the compilation of images and music to create... It's an interesting way to tell a story without dialogue, without exposition, without words. That you can explain to the audience, you can tell this whole little story within with editing, music, and images. To me is fascinating. In a weird way, that's kind of what I did when I first started my channel. My first channel back in like 2006, 2007, well before this one, where I just did music videos and music video tributes. And granted, that wasn't telling a story, but at the same time it was editing with the beats of the music and trying to tell the story of the movie with the beats of the music and showcase it and create a feeling, I just find that fascinating. So sorry to go on that offshoot dialogue. But the action scenes are well done, whether it be Tarzan's fight with the leopard, and there are a couple mistakes in animation. For example, during that fight scene, there is a moment where the leopard like claws his chest. I'm pretty damn sure I know why this happened, but when he claws the chest, that disappears like 1 or 2 bits later, like during the fight. Like 1 or 2 beats later, that claw mark has absolutely disappeared. There's even a moment where he's like raising the body of the animal he killed and the camera's panning and there's no marks on his chest. I'm like, fuck, he's Wolverine. Tarzan is Wolverine. Holy shit. I didn't know that. So it is a technical fuck up. Again, watch it again if you don't believe me. Again, he gets scratched 1 or 2 beats later. But I guarantee you they did that because it's Disney, the ratings board. They go, well, if they sustain the marks, then there'd be some kind of redness there, and redness will equal blood. It'll be some kind of bullshit excuse for a ratings board to bump a rating, which is ridiculous. But I mean, the ratings board has been ridiculous for years for a number of reasons, which find a movie called This Film Is Not Yet Rated, that documentary. It was made a long time ago, but it still applies. Really good documentary. But I guarantee you that's why they did it. And then it just makes me go, then don't do it in the first place. If you can't maintain it. I'm guessing that's why. Or it was just... He could have just grabbed something. You know what they could have done? Do this, grab something, tie it around, and leave it there. A piece of a tree, leaves, vines, something. Just wrap it around and like a quick little... Not tourniquet, but quick little bandage. That's what they could have done. A quick little bandage. Have it just be the shoulder. He does this, wraps it around with materials as he's hiding, and then there you go. It's not a big deal, but I'm just something I noticed. There's a decent heart to it, like when Tarzan's trying to choose whether to go with the humans or stay there. He has some nice moments with his mom, the Glenn Close character. Rosie O'Donnell, I don't know if I say I'm a big Rosie O'Donnell fan. She did fine for the role she was told to play, though. Some may find her annoying. I could deal with her in this. I could deal with her. Again, for the part that she was told to play, I could deal with it. Wayne Knight, who I remember from Jurassic Park. Have said the magic word. He voices the elephant. Part of me's went, I don't know if you need this character. But, I mean, he was fine. Just part of me's like, I don't know if you really need this character. But okay, I mean, he wasn't harmful or anything. He didn't take me out of the movie. He just made me go, okay. I will say my only nitpick, well, other than that one technical flaw, at the end, I wish the fight between Tarzan and the bad guy, I don't know, just something about it, I wish there was a bit more to it. I can't put my finger on it, whether I wanted it to be longer, or I wanted Tarzan to really beat the shit out of him, which you can only do so much in a Disney movie, granted. You could probably say that for a lot of Disney movies. Again, it's not a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. You're not going to get that. I don't know, just something a little bit more. I put my finger on it. But with that said, Tarzan I really enjoyed and was pleasantly surprised. Like I said, other than the stuff I said about the ending fight, wish a little bit longer, a couple of little technical flaws. Beautifully animated, love the fluid camera work, really made it stand out compared to the other Disney films, especially back in the day. The voice work was solid, interesting choice to have Tony Goldwyn as Tarzan. I like the montages, I like the music. There was nothing in it that really took me out of the movie, whether it be humor-wise or plot-wise or story-wise. Bit of seriousness to it, bit of humor to it, bit of heart to it. A nice combination of everything with some solid Phil Collins music. And, you know, it's always nice to hear Lance Henriksen in a movie. I'm a big fan of that actor. Glenn Close, cool to hear her. Like I said, all the voice actors did their jobs well. And yeah, Tarzan, definitely a big thumbs up. I mean, if I did a top 10 Disney anime films, it would definitely be it'd definitely be on the list. So, nice one. It was an easy watch. It was a very, very easy watch and very entertaining film. And if you haven't seen Disney's Tarzan from 1999, it's well worth the look. So thanks for watching. Take care, and we will see you in another video. Later.